Chowdown comes from Detestable Games and Draco Studios, which brought us, I think, the absolutely wonderful racing game called Dodo's Riding Dinos. This has the same cute, adorable looking kind of animals. Look at them kiwis! And look, they're eating kiwis! The fruit, not the animal. That's cannibalism. I think that's bad. This is an adorable looking area control game in which players are trying to move their kiwis around on this very bright, colorful board. I am hesitant on area control games. A lot of them are a little bit too serious for me and very player conflict driven. This one doesn't quite work for me because it is silly. And you might say, well, obviously look at it. But it's weird because it's silly and yet also kind of heady. It has a very clever little card hand management game, whereas you play out actions, you can move around the board, you can feed kiwis to your kiwis and make them bigger, so that when they're bigger and they move around, they bump smaller kiwis. They could be 1, 2, or 3 stacked tall. And so a 3-stack moving around bumps all the littler ones out of the way. You can really have some fun bumping stuff around, controlling the areas. I like the silliness and the goofiness. But then there's also a decent amount of rules around it, and the scoring is focused on those points of player interaction. But then it gets very zany, and stuff can change, I think, a little bit too quickly and too dramatically in between turns. If you feed a kiwi who's already size 3, they pop! They explode! They literally explode, and then they make everything else move around on the board, so the board state can change drastically. And so I think that for having as many rules as this one does, the amount of silliness doesn't quite jive. So I'm giving Kiwi Chowdown a 6. I wish that I liked it more. I wish that I could recommend it, but maybe you'll look at it and say, that's what I want. But for me, I want it in a shorter time frame. The box is 60 to 90 minutes, and I believe that that's pretty accurate. If this was a 30 to 45 minute game, that would be a sweet spot between silliness and headiness. And so for me, a 6 out of 10.